You making all the biscuits, baby? She's purring so loud you probably can't hear. So you're going to notice that we are a little closer to the image. I started thinking the other day when I was working on, you guys, hopefully some of you have seen the smaller piece that I started on here in the sketchbook, the semi one. I started realizing that you guys don't really probably need to be completely far away. You don't need to see the whole picture, you just need to see what I'm working on. So I brought you down a little closer this time. The downside is you won't necessarily get to see what colors I'm picking from over here. So you all will have to let me know what you prefer overall. I mean, do you want to see the entire palette that I'm working with? I should be working with a different brush. I have brushes specifically for the whites. But anyway, do you want to see the particular palettes I'm working on, or are you content to know that I'm using the eyeshadow, and you don't need to see which palettes I'm necessarily using? Anyway, just a quick thought. Not sure how much we're going to do today. It's been a week. I'm sure you noticed that my makeup went up this past week. I mean, the little sketch pad did, but not one of the bigger pieces. So, a couple of things. I'm already setting the IC aside. I made some mistakes in the second session with it. I might try it again later. I think I just basically bit off more than I could chew with it. I bit off more than I was prepared for, so to speak. So I'm setting that aside. I may make a second attempt at some point in the future, because I really did like the sketch. I just got to the point, unlike paints, when I make mistakes on here with the eyeshadow, I can't scrape it up. Pretty much stuck with the colors unless I can keep blending them out. And I just got to the point on that one where the mistakes were such that there was no blending them out to get them to where I needed them to be. Still doing a lot of learning on this particular, medium. And so stuff like that's going to happen. If the number of artists that responded to a Bluesky, to a butterfly, not a tweet, but a butterfly, to a flutter, I don't know what they should call them. On Twitter, it was tweets. On Bluesky, with the butterfly logo, I guess I'm going to call it flutters. I don't know. But on a post I made over on Bluesky, several of them said that, they end up tanking more work, having more stuff that's not complete than they do complete. And that is the downside of doing this on here. is you get to see all of that from the very beginning, you know, and see those mistakes. And so, or not see those mistakes. Pieces will come up and they'll just not get done because of not looking quite right, or something. Something about them makes me unhappy. So, anyway. So you won't see another IC. I am thinking about what I can do for the alternate project in the future. Right now, I'm going to stick with my probably my semi piece in the small sketchbook, which is not using makeup. It's using pencils and pen. Hopefully that's not a problem for you guys. But that sketchbook is where I think, too, there's going to be pieces that, like the IC, that isn't quite the color I need it to be. Or at least it's not showing up the color. Anyway, yeah, I'm very distracted today. I'm already not doing well. Sorry, folks. But I think that sketchbook is where you're going to see me bringing pieces from that sketchbook to do in this big book as I find stuff that I like. And eventually I hope to graduate to larger pieces of paper that I can frame if I want. It'll be fun to like redo my first citrus one in a large piece once I know all my once I know how to do all the things, right? Alrighty, so last week, one of the reasons that there was so little going on the channel, well, there was a lot of things going on. It was a rough week. We had a lot going on family-wise. I got hit with a silent migraine. The weather's not been doing me any favors. So it was just one of those weeks where I kind of was feeling like I was struggling. And I just took a break from everything. I had plans of stuff that I was going to film. And I'll be honest with you, one of them makes me nervous. I was going to do another Cakespiration. But the Cakespirations, I don't know. They're a little harder for me because I'm trying to do, you know, like if it's a Valentine's cake, like we would probably do now. If it was a Valentine's cake, I would want to put little hearts and stuff on my face. And I don't feel like I know enough to be able to make that work the way it should. I don't know if that makes sense. Drawing on paper is different than drawing on my skin. Let's go with that. Let's go with that. So anyway, I decided to no pressure myself, and we're probably going to see. I still intend to do my videos and stuff, but we might see a few less because I don't want to pressure myself right now. The world is a very hard place for me at the moment, mentally and emotionally. So, yeah, I am not going to push myself if I can avoid it. I think I deserve to give myself a little ease. I think it's okay to cut myself some slack, you know? Struggling a little bit with all this shading in here. And this looks like it got torn or something. I can't seem to... Something got embedded somehow. Bit off kilter after my little break. Just a touch. The one thing I know for sure is I cannot... Oh, whoa. That was a little bit more than I thought it would be. I cannot let this administration take my art from me while I can do it. I have found that when I feel, well, I should say, during the last time he was in office, I ended up being unable to write. And I'm feeling that feeling again, that I can't focus on the writing right now. So I can't let them take that from me now, or take this from me now. It is too easy to let our fear start taking over our lives. I need to not do that, you know? I need to continue to do the things that bring me joy. You know, we all do. I encourage you to do the same. Find the things that bring you joy and do them. We're going to have a tough enough time as it is without... That's why it wasn't looking right. I had the wrong color. This works. But anyway, it's going to be a tough enough time right now without losing those things that give us joy. Can't wait to get the desk that I'm hoping to get. Went out to Valentine's Day dinner with the husband. So I showed this desk to my husband, and he asked all kinds of questions about me needing another chair. I was like, no, I'll be right by the bed. I'll use the bed as the chair. And the desk is height adjustable. I'm really looking forward to being able to get that. I really, really am, folks. Really, really am. Talking about getting it with our tax return. Otherwise, I'm going to have to wait until like September. And I don't know if this leg can put up with being tucked under like this that long. Because, yes, my folks, it'll be a long time. It really hurts to have the leg tucked under so much. Whole desk discussion occurred during our Valentine's dinner. That was so nice, folks. It really was. It was a lovely dinner. We very rarely get out without a kid in tow. And usually when we do get out without a kid in tow, it's, to run errands, like taking the cat to the vet, which has been the major errand of late. Sai has something going on with her ear, and yeah, so she's had to see the vet. She's doing fine. We are eventually going to have to cough up some funds for a surgery for her, but yeah, poor girl. She's not happy with me. I'm the one that gives her the meds. She has made her displeasure known. Folks, the glares. The glares. And speaking of kitties, if you're wondering what's going on with why our unofficial mascot hasn't made a showing as of this point, she's in heat. She will be getting that taken care of soon. Next month she's gonna go in and get fixed, because we are not dealing with this much longer. She's a vocal cat. I mean, she's a vocal cat when she's not in heat. So, as you can imagine, she's pretty vocal when she is in heat. Most of them are. But anyway, yeah, we really enjoyed our Valentine's. I hope you all had a really great Valentine's. That probably didn't make any difference to you guys. But I can see it, and I like it. I was trying to figure out how to show feathers. They have the lines. They have the little itty bitty shafts and the lines in the shafts, right? Because they have all the little little hairs, I guess. They're not hairs, but you know what I'm talking about, right? I hope. I could be talking stupid. But anyway, I was trying to figure out how to show that texture, and that worked. And I can use the same technique over here when I'm looking about trying to get the texture in the rest of the bird. I am going to try to find another alternate project to work on. I had to, in fact, I think I did mention this where I said that I had to go on Bluesky and ask if so many um, abandoned or incomplete or projects that just don't seem to be working out is normal. I haven't done art in years. I'm essentially in my second year of it, I guess, kind of. And I honestly don't remember that much from when I did it when I was younger. I remember doing characters for AD&D, but I don't remember much about my quote unquote more serious art days. And so yeah, I needed some reassurance that I wasn't such a total screw up. I am thinking about future projects. So I'm going to have to look at my inspirations, I think, and see if there really is anything that I really want to um, play with and, do something more with. So I'll be looking into that, and hopefully I'll get something new started that we can use as an alternate project. takes up all the time. Getting the shading in the way I want. Working the pens in the way I need to. I'm giving myself more permission to make it so that it's not. I really felt like when I first started that everything had to be all makeup, or mostly makeup. But because the makeup tends to not really anyway, yeah, the African bird channel, which I think I forgot to list down below in one of my previous videos, so I'll try to get that in for you guys. Try to remember to put that link in for you. But anyway, when I first started, I thought it pretty much needed to be like all makeup, and in a way it does. This is using makeup in a different way, but as we all know, makeup isn't precise, so the pens really are kind of necessary, and they're necessary for more than for more of it than I initially thought. It was just barking hour on the bird channel. I took a pause and watched the birds. Anyway, I was saying that I did manage to figure ways around it with the citrus, but even then I had to use gel pens and other things to get the kind of textures I wanted in the citrus. So even that technically required something that could give me the more the more defined lines, you know, for like the citrus veining and stuff. So everything, I'm just learning to relax a bit more and just do what I do, and hopefully it all comes out okay, right? Well, obviously not everything comes out okay. My IC didn't work out. I do intend to pick that back up at some point and do a new one. I really liked how that sketch went. I really did. I think I've done a pretty good job so far. What do you think? I'm trying to bring the wing in so you can see it. It's hard to do. I've done okay. Now I've got to figure out this. It looks like a brownish color. I'm not sure I want to go brownish. I can do my own thing, right? I've also figured out that this smudging is inevitable. I just have to clean it up every now and then because I'm afraid if I don't clean up in between. I'm looking at issues of it. That kind of works. Becoming kind of a permanent part of the paper. So I'll just keep doing my thing and erasing around it to clean it up some, so it doesn't, hopefully it doesn't become as completely a part of the image as the actual eyeshadow. And since I have my lines, it's a little easier for me to work around, and it's easier for me to go ahead and get along the edge, but I have those lines, one, to help guide me, and two, to kind of help she's in heat again, guys. I'm sorry. We're working on getting her taken care of. I think I mentioned that. She's going to go in soon. Definitely need it. It looks like some smudginess will remain. And that's why I'm trying to clean up in between. Every now and then. In between. Because once the eyeshadow is down and it starts smudging out, it's real hard to get rid of. So, but with that, those firm lines, it gives me a place to stop erasing. And there. That's a bit better. Yeah. But I suspect that those smudgy lines will be, like, always a part of it. Part of the work. I'm pretty pleased. I'm scared of working on the bird. I'm scared of working on the rest of the bird. I really am. It's a beautiful bird, and I've been doing good so far, but yeah, I'm a little afraid I'm gonna screw her up. I did a good wing though. I think I like the wing. I think I did okay in the wing. Again, it's not exact, but none of my work will be, I don't think. Like I said before, some of it's skill, just working on the skill level. I don't think I will, well, I can't say that. Yeah, I don't think I have the patience to do something like a lot of these people do with the more, where they literally fill things in with little lines and stuff to keep the realism and little dots. I don't know if I have that kind of patience. But, so I don't know if I'll ever be realistic. And even if I got realistic, I don't think the makeup would be conducive to that, I guess, is the thing. Take a little bit of this mint. The makeup might be just not quite up to mimicking that kind of thing. So I don't see that happening. Let's take a little bit of you too. This one spot has just, it's a little bit brighter than everything else. I might end up having to put a little yellow over it to get the kind of little bright spot in just this one place. I love watching these African birds. They're neat. heat. Kind of got it. You guys probably can't even see these tiny little lines, which I suppose is fine. In the picture, they're not that pronounced. I mean, you can see they're there, but they're because the hummingbird's wings are moving. They are pretty dulled out because of the blur, I guess, from the movement, the supposed movement that the photographer caught right here. So, alrighty, folks, I think that's it for the day. If you've made it this far, thank you. There's 2 questions. One, if you've seen it, I would really like to know how you felt about the sketchbook, the little sketchbook mini sessions. If I continue those, I think I'll continue it at least for the semi one that I'm doing right now on my, the semis are part of my ancestral history. They're part of the Taino people. So I'll probably continue that, but you'll have to let me know what you felt about having that little smaller half-hour session. We get it. Like I said, she's in heat. And then also, how do you feel about being closer like this and being focused on the one spot rather than having to see the whole thing? Does you prefer that and not being able to see everything I work with, or would you prefer to be further back and seeing all the different palettes that I work with? You'll have to let me know those 2 things. And in the meantime, I hope you all have had a good Valentine's Day and you are having a good week. And we shall see you later. Bye.